When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? Psalm 8, verses 3 to 4. When I was undertaking my secondary or high school education, I remember that the day always began with an assembly in the main hall with the singing of hymns and a short sermon. I have no recollection at all of the theory of evolution or the so-called Big Bang theory being mentioned at all. Having conducted a search, I find that this scientific theory was introduced to the school curriculum in 1988. In 1858, Charles Darwin published his paper on the origin of the species, and the following year his book on the subject was available in the shops. His theory, along with others who were studying the same subject, readily received acceptance by the world's scientific community. The 130-year gap shows that society was not quite as quick on the uptake. However, in the scheme of things, the transition from God to science took a very short time, and since 1988, the scientists have become gods. The distinction is quite apparent, even to those who have never even given God any consideration. The message from God through his Son Jesus was and is love. One of Jesus' final commandments before he went to the cross was, "In the same way as I have loved you, then you must love each other. Put your trust in me, and that trust will cover you for eternity." The message that the scientist brings is fear. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I am not personally against vaccination. However, we are told that if you don't have a vaccine, you risk death and contribute to the death of others. This is in spite of being stated that over 99% of those who contracted the disease recovered. We must address the release of carbon into the atmosphere, or the earth will be flooded with water, and we will all die. This is in spite of the knowledge that the history of the weather systems goes back only to 1794. This in the UK. World weather records are from reconstructed experiments, not actual recorded data. There is talk of what happened millions of years ago, but it is just theory presented as fact. In the end, it comes down to a decision: faith or fear. What comes to my mind is the message of the Bible. God says, "I send you the truth, but you won't believe it, so I will send you a lie, and that you will believe."